proverb that resonates with the spirit of what we're going to do. And it states that the things that you do for yourself are gone when you are gone, but the things that you do for others will remain your legacy.
We partnered with Atlanta Public Schools, and we were able to have a child savings account program to which we're pouring $50 into each child's savings account from kindergarten to senior year, 3 years ago. And at this time, we have over 7,100 kids that have now have child savings accounts. We have over $360,000.
So Operation Hope is hosting Forbes BLK today for their day of service. They just finished their summit over the last 2 days, and they're helping us to pack our educational kits for our financial literacy program that will be rolled out in several schools in the city of Atlanta.
Children are your biggest investment because you are spending time and energy into an individual to become a young, productive citizen in today's society. And that's what we do here at Operation Hope. We educate, but we definitely invest in our children. We teach you about the importance of saving money. We teach you about the importance of learning about how we can establish good credit and lowering that debt. So that's what our coaches are here to be a part of your journey as a family member and at the dinner table.
This is literally days and days of manpower that we just don't have. It would have taken a lot of time from our team to make this happen. That's 28 bins. There's roughly 50 items that go in each bin. And then we have to label, we have to categorize, we have to sort. And this is just a huge time saver, so we are able to continue programming at the Boys and Girls Club right now, where we are doing the same program we will be doing at APS this fall.
Why did you feel you wanted to be a part of this?
I came here today to make connections and also build more opportunities for the org that I'm already a part of, as well as gain some insight in diversity, equity, and inclusion work that I do at my schools, as well as for the organization.
And what did you discover this weekend?
I discovered some powerful insight from wealthy business owners, as well as powerful Black entrepreneurs and people. The person who had the most impact on me during the summit was Jacqueline Jimenez. She gave me very good advice when it came to networking, not to be afraid, but to just kind of approach people and make those connections. I learned today that the worst thing you can do is be afraid, so the best thing you can do is take advantage of those opportunities and pursue them. And a saying that has kind of stuck with me throughout this summit is that if you hang out in a bar long enough, eventually you're going to start drinking. And yeah, that sounds inherently negative. However, in a positive light, if you hang out in the right place long enough, eventually you're going to start doing the right thing and meeting the right people.
I would like to swear in the new board president, Erica Abando, and to lead the 2024-2025 NAVO South Florida Board of Directors with wisdom and honesty and integrity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, so what I want you to do, guys,
the Healing Arts Institute making history at its Unmasked Gala. For the first time, a student graduating from its institute with a PhD.
Today was my graduation from the Clinical Sexology PhD program with Healing Arts Institute of South Florida International. And my experience with them, they were a program that helped support my dreams. So I got a chance to go through my dissertation process with this program with Dr. Tenney and Dr. Deb on my committee. And I'm just so happy that today is finally here. It was a long road, but with the support of everybody, I made it through to this point.
So we produced our first PhD graduate. So with that, that means we can now apply for accreditation to start receiving federal funds for our doctorate programs.
The Unmasked Gala helps raise awareness and funding for the nonprofit to provide no-cost mental health services throughout the year. This event bringing attention to the need for mental health services among first responders.
As a therapist in a managerial role, I don't collect statistics, I don't write research papers, I listen. I listen to first responders every day tell me about their experiences and how it may impact both their physical and mental health. High stress situations, repeated exposure to traumatic events, and the pressure to maintain a strong exterior. But there was this constant emphasis that first responders experience mental health symptoms at a higher profound rate than the general population. So, that saying, not all heroes wear capes, is definitely true. But I have to ask, how many of those heroes are simply wearing masks?
It's very important to understand that when we go through those traumatic incidents, because keep in mind, we're showing up to individuals' homes during the worst possible times of their lives, to include dealing with the death of a loved one. And that's something that we've learned as first responders. It sticks with us. We go home, we think it's done, but I can tell you personally, 5 to 6 months after an incident, especially with losing a child, that child flashes back in my head. And every child that I've experienced a death with at work, I've never forgotten their face. I've never forgotten how I felt. And I'm 19 years in this career. So understanding what that is PTSD. That is trauma I experienced, and I need to understand how to cope with that in terms of thrive with it, because I love my job. So how do I keep doing a job knowing that it causes those types of traumas? I do that by talking, by opening up and understanding that there are other first responders and individuals who's going through the same thing I'm going through. It is natural. It's okay to sometimes be scared. It's okay to sometimes just have those flashbacks, understanding that it caused me trauma. And that's how I heal.
The pressures of balancing work and life impact virtually every industry.
Lawyers do have a lot of stress, and there are lawyers who probably kept things more hidden and not wanting to express them. And I think that the more we have organizations like this that show that it's great and it's okay to express yourself, lawyers feel comfortable to come out and express whatever they're dealing with as well. And I think when we're representing other people and we're trying to help other people, it's important that everybody be able to feel comfortable and that we could express whatever it is and not be ashamed of whatever conditions that people might be suffering from, and to talk about people's depression or anxiety or whatever the issues may be. And I feel very comfortable, and when clients share with me, and I feel privileged to be a part of helping them. We should, as a society, be tolerant and understanding of other people with all kinds of vulnerabilities.
The Healing Arts Institute was founded after Dr. Tenney's son, Carter Bonus, was diagnosed with autism and ultimately needed mental health services. His therapy gave him the confidence to start his own line of golf apparel called Spectrum Golf, and later becoming Sports Illustrated Sports Kid of the Year, and so much more.
I've had a great experience with the Healing Arts. I'm currently, like I said, as a client. My children also are clients of the Healing Arts, so it's been very good. We're seeking family therapy, and it's been very helpful. We're doing our weekly sessions. I get to learn a lot about my children, and in the process, I'm also getting to learn about myself as well. So very grateful.
Like in Akila's case, Healing Arts has primarily focused on the needs of children and their families, but now they have an opportunity to focus on the needs of adults too.
Opening up a new program for adult therapy, where we will be providing free adult therapy services, as opposed to, in the past, we've only been providing that to children and the families associated with those children. Most of us are family therapists, and we work from the perspective of how the systems work. So we're not just looking to diagnose and provide maybe a depression or anxiety diagnosis, but we're understanding how you got to that point before that diagnosis. Sometimes there's a history of trauma or poverty or abuse, that it's not just depression. You have some stuff underneath all of that we have to take a look at.
We don't turn anyone away regardless of their ability to pay or not. Our therapists do pro bono work for individuals, as well as we accept insurance and have grant funding. But this money really helps us to bridge the gap between those who are in between, who have insurance and don't.
Be a part of Healing Arts Institute. You can donate to provide free services to the hundreds of families Healing Arts is helping in South Florida. You can also give monthly, be a sponsor, or notify them of a grant opportunity. Healing Arts welcomes your support. For more information, go to healingartssfl.org. That's healingartssfl.org.
Restoration mitigation company, which helps property damage with individuals for the commercial and residential space. I also own an insurance brokerage firm, which I've had for about 15 years, helping individuals through the insurance process, claims process. I am a licensed registered nurse, a licensed mobile mediator, and also a licensed insurance agent. So those are some of the things that I do.
So in terms of what we're doing today, expanding your network, you're going to meet somebody. Do not leave here tonight without somebody that you met that you are going to intentionally follow up. Always be about this. Don't ask people what they can do for you. Find out what you can do for them.
I am a government contractor. I have my certifications. I have worked with judges. I have worked with commissioners. I have worked with celebrities. I work with small people, big people, and also I'm a Walmart partner. So I have a cosmetic line. So I was able to do that, and I birthed that business during the pandemic. And it was just something, I always wear makeup. Everybody say, Lacey's your best for flawless, so why not start it? And then I was like, well, I just don't want to be local. I just don't want to do everything what somebody's doing on social media. So I went over and beyond and said, how can I get it on the marketplace with Walmart? How can I partner with them? How can I go further?
And then I help them get news coverage or produce news stories for social media. I also do workshops on how to identify this, right? And also master classes. There's a couple tips. One, how to use your phone to get news coverage. You can actually do that. Doing that and with your press release. But what I live by is start where you are, use what you have.
So I am Tamika James. I actually have a photo booth business. It's called CTJ 360 Photo Booth. The crazy thing is the title of the company is CTJ because it comes from Coach Tamika James. which is one of the things that, one of the titles I've carried for several years, and I utilize that in my photo booth business. So we have 360 photo booth, stationary selfie booth, and we do a special thing called roaming photography, where we move around events, take pictures of people. They're branded and they're able to be shared with the people. But on top of that, my baby is my testimony booth, which is the same concept where we're asking people at events how they felt about the event or who they are, things like that. And the video is branded with the organization's info on top. And it's shareable to the person we recorded and the event host. And one more thing, guys, my baby that I just created recently is the mini cast. So people are creating podcasts all over the place, but we come to an event and we create a podcast on site and interview the people for 1 minute and send it to them and send it to the host as well.
Lead with love. That's what I tell my team, and it sounds so like superficial at times, but sometimes we don't realize the human in the immersive experience that we call a business. We always are focusing on the end results, making money, profit, what's happening at the end of the year, how am I doing, how am I comparing myself. But just like Joffy said, you have a team, you have people that you're touching every day, you have people that you're impacting, and it's important to lead with love and just put your all into everything that you do.
I am a veteran. I am a tech sales professional, primarily in the startup world, primarily blockchain enterprise solutions, and also a serial community builder. And I'd say that my tip is that your customers are a community, and a community is a garden. So you need to tend your garden. That's it.
I'm Rachel B, and I am in the beauty industry. I've been in the beauty industry for 24 years. I own a hair salon. I've had that salon for 18 years. And now I have a community called Femininity by Rachel B, and that helps women get their mindset, anything like from dressing, meeting people, cultivating friendships, things like that.
So I make 23 varieties of wine. So I do traditionals, like things you've heard of, like a Merlot or Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, things like that. And then we also have our specialty line, which we call beach wines, which is our sweet wines that are more specialized. We do like a key lime, we do a green apple, orange sangria, things like that. Everything is made in-house by hand in small batches of 30 bottles at a time. So that's what makes us a micro wine, because we do small batches by hand.
Savor Cinema in Fort Lauderdale rolling out the red carpet for the Dining Divas season premiere and press party.
Texas is here. Dining Divas in 1, 2.
Well, tonight is our premiere and press party for Season 4 of Dining Divas Florida and Season 1 of Destination Divas. And we're so excited because we're actually going to be launching new chapters in California, New York, and Texas. We started Texas actually this week. We're going to be flying out to film our first episode. So a lot of exciting things happening at the Dining Empire. So I am a native of Fort Lauderdale, and I've been in the arts my whole life. So after being a model, actress, TV host, and booking lots of models, I decided that I wanted to do something in the production space that was a legacy piece, and I wanted to bring women together, not fighting on TV, and empowering each other, and doing food and travel, because I felt like it really needed a little bit of a pump up in the food and travel space and creating more of a diversity, modern, and hip network. So that's what we're doing. So we're all about energy and finding other women that kind of just vibe with the tribe. And Michelle, when we met her, she just was a natural fit, and she's really excited. Not only is she a great fit for us, but she's also a publicist, and she's over in the Texas area. So we're excited to have her on Dining Diva Texas.
So it's been an honor. I came on the show as a publicist from Miami, and then just fell in love with the girls and had synergy, and they asked me to be a part of the cast and then associate producer of Texas chapter. I never envisioned that my life would end up like this. It's such a blessing. Thank you, Dining Divas.
We're definitely very educational and entertainment driven. We're positive impact focused, and we just love to make you laugh and also teach you something while we're on our journey.
Learn more about Dining Divas at diningdivas.tv.
So the flag is right down there, so you want to aim at that white pole, alright? Yeah.
13-year-old Carter Bonus of Spectrum Golf giving free golf lessons through his nonprofit, Carter Spectrum Golf. But this time, it was different. He now has 2 high school age interns learning business skills from him, and of course, the game of golf. It's a partnership through the Junior Achievement Program.
So when you go through, you want to feel like your right shoulder is going to the ground. One thing I have taught my interns is how to do business taxes. And I believe that's very important if you want to have your own business. Because if you can't pay taxes for your business, you can't have a business. So I think that's one of the most important skills to have. Well, my interns are helping me with running my website and filling out orders, and most importantly, marketing, because I think we need marketing so people go to our website and order stuff.
Some responsibility I have at gaming is creating social media posts for Carter's company, as well as email campaigns and videos, and that's pretty much my job. And inventory on the clothes, the hats, and that's really it. That's my responsibilities.
Even though I've been horrible at golf so far, I want to keep going because I know that if I keep practicing, I'll eventually get it.
The interns not only learning from Carter, but also from his mom, Dr. Thelma Tinney, who is a family therapist and coach who founded a nonprofit in Carter's honor called Healing Arts Institute.
I love how Dr. T has been able to give me sneak peeks of what she does on what's her life as an entrepreneur. I love all the insight I'm able to get. I've learned a lot. I've learned a little bit more about how businesses run, on the work you have to put in, all the calls you have to do, just to be able for your business to run. It's a lot of work, but how I see it, it's definitely worth it to keep this amazing company running.
What? I think I got that one.
Nice.
I brought my daughters to practice with Carter. Carter is their teacher, their coach for golf. I was very excited to find somebody that would explain the game to them in kind of like their own language, be very patient, dedicated, so we really enjoyed it.
On this day, Carter, who created his own line of golf apparel, which Carter, the students, and interns are wearing, showing the importance of knowing the product and the game. Carter became Sports Illustrated Sports Kid of the Year in 2022 for creating it, and is now considered the youngest golf CEO in the country.
Instructing my little one how to, play golf and do it, properly. And, he's just loving it. He loves the program. He loves Carter. He loves everything. And he's doing pretty well, actually. Pretty good.
Make sure this foot stays down when you go back.
Naya Zabe. Oh, I think I got that. Awesome.
We started out with 64 kids, which was overwhelming, Carter. But golf is not for everyone. So now we're down. Everyone played, not everyone liked it, not everyone was willing to stick in there, to push past, to see the results. But the 25 or 30 so kids that are still in the program, they're awesome, they love it, they're thriving, they all have their own golf sets, so they're playing every day at home, their parents are telling us, so I think it's just amazing.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
To learn more about Carter Bonus and Spectrum Golf, go to carterspectrumgolf.com.
So you would want to take it back with your body and with your head, so it's just looks good. Then you just want to come down. So stop halfway. Then you want to stop. That's what you want to stop to where it would just get right here at the line. So just set up, then go back, and then stop right at the bottom. The club face is closed. With it, so it's open. And then just go through. Don't worry about hitting the ball. Just go through. Yeah, so just set up. Set up to the ball. Just right here.
Last time I missed the ball completely.
At least you hit it.
Yeah.
My person might miss that line, so you might want to get it.
Am I supposed to bend my knees or not bend my knees?
Yeah, you can bend your knees, but not too much.
Okay.
So you want to make sure straight. Make sure it's in the middle of your body. Oh, you like enter my hand?
Try one more time and then we'll go.
What's your favorite player?
Messi. Now when you go back, you don't take your eye off the
I'll go
ball.
right.
Look, already getting the hang of it.
Thank you, Carter. You're awesome.